Well, here I mean, this guy was talking about trespass. I have the trespass code here. If you want to go outside, I'll talk with you outside. But you can see right here in the trespass code, and I know this like the back of my hand. It says right here you can't use the trespass code based on somebody's constitutional rights. So to violate their constitutional rights. So because I'm recording, there's an issue that's violating my constitutional rights. I'll wait for the police. They'll tell you guys. I'll go back up. Hopefully, dude will be calmed down by then, because obviously he wants to fight and get physical, and that's really not what I'm here for. So,
well, the only thing is there's a lot of confusion as far as like, okay, sure, private buildings on private entities, I get it. Yeah,
public. You mean not
no,
private?
No, public you can do it. That's fine.
Right.
The only thing is why it's confusing is because of private buildings that are owned privately, not by the state or anything like that. You can't record. But the thing is like, okay, well, if there's a state entity here, that's where it's always so confusing.
That's where we can record.
How does it work then? Where can you actually?
See, this guy's cool and actually speaking with me.
So that's the only. Even for me, I'm like, I know I'm not a cop.
I can solve that for you
specifically, but I know like private property you can't record.
Well, if the owner says you can't, right? If the owner of the building says you can or whatever, there's supposed to be signs. But because there's a state, we can go through the public access, up the thing, we can record while doing it, right? Anywhere I can go legally to get to that state office, I can record. And that's where they opened it up when they did the tenant lease agreement. I've gotten them before. Every state one is like copy paste. It always says you're opening the building up to the public between the hours of 8 to 5, and they signed on to that when they rent to the state agency.
Right.
So I went up there, and those guys were being cool. They were fine, and I asked them for public records, and they're like, "We can get them." But that guy came in, yelling, calling me a bitch, and all this other stuff. And you're going to jail. I'm calling the cops. And I was like, let me just alleviate some of this. I'll come down and go out. I'll wait for the police. I'll speak with them. If you guys want me to not wait on the property, I could do that. Just let me know. I'm good to be here.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Because that building right there is not even occupied. That's why I talked to you in the first place, and you tried to get in there.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be one office in there.
No.